Thank you, ladies, for that introduction. Billy.
Yeah.
So nice to be with Bill Lane again. Bill was the OG Lighthouse presenter. He is like Kevin Costner. He's aging backwards. He's AI assisted. And it is lovely to see him for 40 years at Caterpillar, from retirement and back to be with us tonight. And thank you for coming back.
Look, it's a real honor to be here. And I have to say, I had a couple people come up and they say, do you have a secret to look a little younger than you are? And I said, well, there's really three things. First of all, don't smoke. And I think by now everybody sort of gets that. Secondly, don't gain too much weight. And as I look around, a couple of you have gotten it. And then the third one is probably the most important. Get a really good tube. Now, Paul Ryan and I both have a really great guy to work with. And in fact, we don't just have one, we have many. So we have ones that look like you need a haircut and other times we don't. But I tell you, a good tube really goes a long way. So that's where we are right now. I've been retired for a couple years, and I have to say, even for a Republican, getting paid for not working isn't bad. And it works out pretty good. But I have to say, being up here tonight, I'd be willing to pay money, maybe not as much as Ken wants, to be up here. Because this is one of the high points of the year for me and for a lot of people in this room. Because the Lighthouse Award is special. Now, we have a lot of awards that reflect thoughtfulness and success and what have you. But we all sort of know the way the system works. And at this point, I'd like to have the people in the back of the room, in the shadows, to pay special attention. Because the Lighthouse Award was originally designed to shine light on the great thinkers of the world. Ted Estelle came up with the idea. He was into antiquities. As I get older, I'm into antiquities. I mean, it's just the way things work. But it sort of morphed into something even better. It was the idea of how do we reward people that do all the work, that don't get paid a whole heck of a lot, that rarely get credit, but make everything happen. So that's what the Lighthouse Award is about, is to shine a light on people that deserve it. So as we used to say, if you're in the front of the room, if you make a lot of money, if you don't work real hard, have another glass of wine, because you're not going to win. If you're in the back, if you're in the shadows, start, prepping. You're going to come up here and have to give a really thoughtful speech. So with that, Sarah, it's all yours.
Yeah, so we are so fortunate. If we think about the people who've received the Lighthouse Award in the past, it's been, I'm just looking at some of them who have been on the Hill, in Congress, staff, think tanks, media. Some of them have gone on to bigger awards, like somebody who just received an amazing award. But really, the thing that defines the Lighthouse candidates is not only that they are dedicated to trade policy, but that they have character, that they are people who are people of character, who are working, as Bill said, and toiling in the shadows, but believe wholeheartedly in the advancement of trade and economic integration. But it's kind of weird, Bill, because there's like a little bit of a conundrum. You know what I mean?
So? How so?
Well, I'm just, in Washington, it's kind of, if you want to be noticed, you kind of have to talk about yourself and be loud in meetings and showcase on LinkedIn all of your accomplishments. And I'm so proud I was at this thing and I talked, et cetera. But, the Lighthouse Award winners, they don't really do that, do they?
I think they would like to. But sometimes getting paid gets in the way. And, I want to just say something. During your career, sometimes you see some insights into things. And I want to just say something about Sarah. I used to teach a course at GW. And over time, you realized it became more and more women. Men played less and less of a role. And my best guest speaker to come in was Sarah Thorne. And Sarah would not give a presentation about the certain trade law or whatever, but she's talked about how to have a balanced life as a woman executive in the trade community. And I got to tell you, it became the number one course. People enjoyed coming, and we learned about the importance of life-work balance 15 years ago, before it was ever popular. Sarah was ahead of her time, and because of that, there's a lot of people that have had successful lives, has had successful personal lives because of the advice of Sarah. So it's an honor to be up here.
Billy? Okay, that wasn't part of the script, but thank you.
You gave some other advice that
it's really nice. I know. But so luckily, tonight, the trade community has actually come up and nominated somebody that meets all these criteria. So I'm going to tell you a little about this person. So this person has advanced trade and economic integration for 25 years. They've helped launch initiatives to lower tariffs, enhance digital inclusion, promote environmental sustainability, advance trade facilitation, and champion inclusive growth. This person has also been a dedicated leader, mentoring young staff who've gone on to work for many of the biggest companies in the world, some of them who are here tonight, like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and others, while also nurturing a really dedicated staff who have been super committed professionals who work closely with many of us in the room in service of greater economic integration. And if we added up all the miles that this person has traveled, I think it would be safe to say they've circumnavigated the globe about 25 or 30 times.
So this is the first astronaut we've ever had who's won this award. No, but seriously, this individual runs an organization, and as a lobbyist, as someone that's involved, so now we know half the people are probably not going to happen, but she had something that really protected all of us. You know, one of the most prized things you need to do when you set up something, when it's a big event, and you bring in your headquarters people, whether it's C-suite or the CEO, is you need to make sure, whether it takes place in the United States or anywhere in the world, that it's going to go flawlessly. Because if it doesn't, there's only one person that's going to get the blame, and they are not with us today. So I just want you to know, this individual always protected us. When we worked with her, the events were always first class. Our CEOs were always listened to, and often they were followed. And this isn't just in the United States, but this is worldwide.
So I just want to say, how many presidents, prime ministers, other leaders do you think this person has met in her tenure? 21, over 25 years? It's probably a lot.
And they've listened to her.
So this year's Lighthouse Award goes to Monica Whaley, who is the president of the National Center of APEC.
Good job. Come on, Monica.
Baby.
God. I'm so embarrassed.
Get over here.
I have to go over here? Okay. It's over here. Oh, you. Okay. Thank you. Oh, my God. Thank you, Ken. I'm so embarrassed. Thank you. First of all, I have to tell the story, Bill, though, of when I met you in 1993 in Seattle at the APEC meetings, and I think I told you that your boss couldn't come into a reception because he wasn't registered. Was that bad? Okay, thank you. Thank you. I so appreciate this. I am so stunned. Anyways, for those of you who I have not met yet tonight, I'm Monica Hardy-Whaley. I'm the president of the National Center for APEC. And for those of you I haven't talked to about APEC this year, I'm going to hit you up because I want to see you all in San Francisco and see you at the APEC CEO Summit or see you in Seattle. For the APEC SOM meetings, and this is an important time for the U.S. to show leadership in the Asia Pacific, and it's a great opportunity for us to show our Asia Pacific partners and friends that the United States is there for us, and I just want to thank you all, and thanks our National Center for APEC board members, and I'll get my breath back at some point. Thank you.